YouTube, welcome back. Intercontinental Championship path. Here's an unexpected one. I don't think very many people would have thought we were going to do, but we are playing today as Albert. Right, you didn't hear me wrong. Albert. Road to the IC champion. Albert, what are your plans for the future? Who is the current Intercontinental Champion? China. Well, everybody knows that China right now holds the Intercontinental belt. Hey, China, you better start polishing that belt of yours since it's going to be mine soon. Albert versus Kurt Angle. I don't think I've played very many matches at all, actually. Not paths, but matches at Albert. I feel like I may have played one or two. Maybe in the test series. But okay, we got a bear hug on Angle. Angle's another one that I don't feel like I see. There are a few superstars I don't feel like I see very often in these championship paths. Kurt Angle is kind of one of them. Stone Cold is another one. I don't think I see Stone Cold as often as you might have thought. And it may be that just, you know, we're doing odd paths. But we are almost done with the World Heavyweight path, and I don't think I've seen Austin just a ton. Now, this coming off a recent championship victory on the European path that did feature Stone Cold Steve Austin, so he does appear. They did know how to use him. Lariats in the corner. And I'll just throw him. Got him in a chokehold, standing up. It's okay. Making quick work of Kurt Angle. Bear hug. Got our finish already. Go with Baldo Bomb. 2, 3. 2 minutes, 1 second just to beat Kurt Angle. Chapter 1 complete. Chapter 2, let's get on. The 9th wonder of the world. Hey, this scene's still messed up. Albert, come on out. You're after the IC championship? So am I. And if you can't beat me, then there's no way for you to become the IC champion. Challenge me. So now we have to beat up on Lita. You're right. If I can't beat you, then I should give up on the IC championship. Okay? If you want to be the first, but I won't need much time. I only need 3 minutes to beat you. Easy enough. Now, this is one of those, like, this whole, like, storyline's a little messed up because China is the current Intercontinental Champion, so she is not in place. What I find interesting is that the replacement for China is Lita. That was the intended choice replacement. Not a bad thing, just an interesting choice in my mind. What's funny enough is when we did this path, or when we did the Intercontinental path as China, we had also faced Lita. Alright. Enough screwing around. We only got 3 minutes. If I can beat Kurt Angle in 2, you'd think I could beat Lita in 3. But it is not a guarantee. So I will talk and I will screw it up 100% of the time. Falling body slam. I don't understand how that running grapple didn't go my way, but it didn't. Jawbreaker. Bear hug. Countered that. Not really sure what happened there. Not my favorite thing going into this, but Jawbreaker. Knee to the groin. Gonna apparently have to finish this off without a finish, I do believe. I don't think there's any way I'm gonna get a finish.
1, 2.
In 30 seconds. But we already are at a 2 count. Somehow missed the hell out of that lariat. Oh, you know. Glutton for punishment is definitely... Alright. You definitely can see... Alright, we're gonna have to restart.
1, 2, 3. Pinfall.
I think that's good enough. I'm gonna have to restart. Yeah. Glutton for punishment, definitely. A little bit. It's not as bad as you might seem to, like, as you might want to believe. There's only about 64 different paths to
Championship.
take on, which, you know, may be as bad as you're thinking. We've currently completed 45 paths. Let's get back through this. I'm gonna make a save point this time. But you know, on average each path takes about an hour. Some longer, not as long. Like the light heavyweight paths, I think those typically took me about 30 minutes. The women's path typically took me about 30 to 45 minutes per path. But, you know, just Saturday we had a hardcore path take 2 hours, which typically I was getting those done in 50 minutes, but we had to do the Royal Rumble. And so that took way more attempts than I want to really admit to. But I was on some heavy medication Saturday, so technically still should be, but I'm not. It's okay. So, you know, we're getting close. I mean, honestly, if I wanted to, there are 3 championships I could finish anytime I wanted. The back finish. Hey, you know, because it's the way of the times. This was the most advanced wrestling game of its time, right? I mean, a lot of things that they did the way they did because that was how they had done it before, and especially when they were cranking them out on the same engine, right? Ooh, escort. Tonight, I'm gonna hurt that joik. I'm gonna hurt that joik. I'm gonna hurt that jerk. Lita, stand in my corner tonight, please. Hey, Albert, I'm calling you out for hurting my Lita. All right. Here we go. It honestly hasn't been. There have been some, like, definitely grueling paths. There have definitely been repetitive paths, right? Because, like, you have there are plenty of paths that are very similar, because, you know, the only difference between this path and another path is it chapter 4, you know, chapter 7, which is most of the way through, you need to lose the match instead of winning the match. Or, so, you know, it's like only the last 2 blocks are different. So I try to space those out the best I can, to where I'm not doing repetitive. Well, so, like, the way I get around repetitiveness, some of the repetitiveness, is I only do a wrestler once per video. So, like, Albert, I think, is number 35 or something, right? He's the 35th video that we've done. So I played as plenty of other wrestlers besides Albert to get to this point. And they all have, you know, their unique play style. A little bit, you know. It is still the same base game at the end of the day. There is only so much difference. But yeah, no, I mean, like, relatively speaking, we're actually near what I would call the end. We're in the end times, right? Like, there aren't that many paths left that we haven't done. Except, overall, I think there's 1 women's path left. There are 2 light heavyweight paths, 2 European paths. I mean, like, I'm real down to the wire on some of these. Howdy there, Sulk. Favorite theme in No Mercy? Let's see. Trying to think of all of them that I've heard. I have some definite least favorites, for sure, and I've turned those off. But the favorite one, Too Cool is pretty up there, and I think of all the ones that we've done, I think that's the one I actually, like, listen to the entrance the most. Least favorite No Mercy theme is the right to censor. And if you have any other answer, you need to get your head checked. I had to turn that one off because I was so tired of hearing just sirens. It's not a theme, it's just sirens. As someone, wow, who just got busted open. So, like, I recently, and recently means like 2 months ago, right? When I came back to recording videos, I actually went through WrestleMania 2000 before coming back to No Mercy. I had started No Mercy 4 years ago had some things come up, never got back in. Never, you know, took me 4 years to come back and actually stream again. But before I started streaming No Mercy again, I came back and did WrestleMania 2000. Career Road to WrestleMania, I guess is what it's called, right? Overall, I like No Mercy better, but I appreciate WrestleMania 2000. But I grew up more on No Mercy than I did WrestleMania 2000. I had both, but I think I definitely had No Mercy first. But like what I kept finding myself doing in WrestleMania 2000 that you can't do is I kept trying to do running grapples. And you can't do running grapples in WrestleMania 2000. For some, I mean, it just wasn't in the engine yet, right? I mean, and I found myself doing those more often than I would have thought. I don't recall, was this match no disqualification? And so I like this game better than WrestleMania 2000 strictly because this is the most refined version of the engine. Now, refined being subjective. Right? I mean, to me, it's the more refined version. I understand we lost some things, right? I mean, we lost full entrances to the ring. But I can live with that. As a person who skips entrances more often than I watch them, even when I'm, and I do that for two reasons, right? I skip entrances, one, because YouTube doesn't like the songs. And two, because I don't like watching entrances. I just want to get to the match. So to me, having lost the entrances wasn't a big deal. I'd rather have running grapples. Yeah, I mean, the storyline, they definitely could have genericized some of the lines better. Because there's definitely some jabronis and smackdowns and other things that are thrown around that like don't need to be there. But overall, I mean, the writing is just terrible all the way around. It's the Van Dad from UPW. I don't think I've heard of UPW, Van Dad. What is UPW? Albert, I know you are after my IC belt. There is no way for you to take this from me. No way. When we meet in the ring, you will see that you are way out of your league. Just watch what you're saying with that big mouth of yours. All right. I'll have to give that a look. I feel like I may have seen it. I may not have. I see a lot of things. What do you mean out of my league? You were just lucky the last time. Scum like you does not deserve the IC title. You and me right now for the title if you have what it takes. You expect me to put the belt on the line for a no talent like you? I need a warm-up tonight. Get in the ring, you and me, in a non-title match right now. All right. No limit 20 disqualification on. No requirement. We're going to make this real simple. I do like showing this off that I remembered this. So in a disqualification match, you can use weapons outside the ring. In case you didn't know that. But,
9, 10, 11,
good to know.
12,
Oh, come on. Get back in the ring.
14, 15,
Well, okay, we're just going to take a count-out loss at this point.
17, 18,
But, like I said, you can use weapons when you're outside of the ring. The minute you get inside the ring, it disqualifies you.
20. Count out.
Well, I don't know that I'm keeping this game alive, but I'm contributing to it every once in a while. I'm not letting the vanilla version of the game die, I guess is a good way. Right. I want to play more modded versions, but I will, the vanilla version still. King of the Ring Part 1. This is another entrance that just doesn't exist in the game anymore because YouTube doesn't like it. The reason I'm out here today is that I have something to talk about. And that is regarding the upcoming King of the Ring tournament. The winner of tonight's tournament will not only be this year's King of the Ring, but will also be the #1 contender for the Intercontinental Championship. A tournament that will determine who will become the King of the Ring champion, and the road to the Intercontinental Championship title has begun. That felt unnecessary. No limit, no countout. Disqualifications on. We are going to face Test. Okay. I mean, who does give it? Right, I mean, my favorite thing, and I missed the skip here, is that first round is Test and Albert. I love it when that happens. Somehow, it's one of those things, like when we played, when we did a test run, we ended up like paired with Albert as an opponent more than you would have thought the game should have let us be, but that's okay. Go. Let's see. Oh, of course he throws us out of the ring, but luckily there is no count out. Running lariat. I'll be sure to check that out, Granddad. Sounds something like I'd be interested in adding to the rotation whenever we expand the rotation. Because one day I will not play No Mercy every time I stream. Yeah, like when I'm done with this championship mode, I suppose the good news is I will have a documented play number. And I don't really know that I want to know how many hours I've spent in this game. I'm not going to be happy with that number. I don't know what the number is. I have a decent idea what the number is, but I'm not going to be happy with the number. Currently, I tell people that I am 6'2". This is one of those, like, tall people problems that, like, I don't know. At some point in my life, and probably everybody goes through this, they stop measuring you, right? And they just ask you how tall you are, and you're just supposed to know. And you're like, you're the doctor's office, you have the thing on the wall, you tell me how tall I am. So at some point, they stopped measuring me. And I just started saying 6'2". Ah, test made submit. Now, am I 6'2"? I assume so. I assume I'm at least 6'2". But it's, I don't like fully know. I just make assumptions. Because it's close enough, right? Like, it's close enough, so, King of the Ring Part 2. I'm your next opponent. Who cares about this tournament? Let's just have a clean fight. We'll dance to your victory if you win. What a weird thing to say. Yeah, it's like once you reach 6 foot, nobody cares anymore. Yeah, I mean, you can tell people whatever you want, right? It's kind of like one of those things. My driver's license, I'm pretty sure, says I'm 6'2" and 210 pounds. You know the last time I weighed 210 pounds? Probably when I was 16. You can tell people whatever you want, right? Makes me feel better. I take that back. I think this last time I got my license, I did update it. Because I decided it was no longer believable that I was 210, 215 pounds. I still don't think I put my real weight, though. I still think I rounded down by 20 or 30 pounds. But I did at least get closer, and I felt like that was in the spirit of what they were asking me to do. Yeah, if Crash Holly can say he was 400 pounds, I can say I was 200. It's the same. All right. Manhattan drop. I haven't done very many Manhattan drops today. Overall, make quick work of Grandmaster here. Do you believe this qualifies as a good clean fight? Honestly, like the work that Albert did, pretty good bit. Pretty good. Big guy. See you later, Vandad. Thanks for stopping by on the Twitch side of things. Big guy, though, like, Albert always... thank you very much, Vandad, for the follow and joining the roster over on Twitch. You know it's Twitch because it's purple. Chapter 7. But I think Kane, like, is my favorite big guy. I'm still new here, but I can't pass this chance up. I won't hold you back here since it's not worth it. I'm sure you'll understand. Harry Saturn. Now, this is what I find interesting, right? There are no set requirements to clear this match, regardless whether you win or lose, but I have one continue left. So there is a requirement. There has to be, right? Because if I have it continue, that means thank you very much. Rikishi's good, but like, I don't know. Rikishi became very, you know, again, I like Rikishi. I'm gonna say this. Became very one-dimensional once he became Rikishi to me. Like once he settled into the dancing Rikishi, I mean, he had some other outside things. He just very became one-dimensional. Kane had a little dimension, but I don't know. I always liked Kane better. Maybe that like speaks something to, like, you know, there's something wrong with me that I related to Kane. I don't know. There's probably some psychiatrist that would say so. And I can't tell them that they're wrong. All right, pile driver, pin. Pile driver, pin. Pile driver, choke. No, you know. And Kevin Nash. And Samoa Joe, right? I mean, like, Samoa Joe's a big guy. He's not a tall guy, but he is a big guy. But I will say Abyss was kind of like, yes. That was their, like, Trump big guy. For a while. Which I definitely think hurt Abyss's stock. Abyss is one of those, like, great... Yeah. Doesn't normally work like a big guy. Like, Abyss to me is one of those great what-if stories. I feel like he could have done a lot better than TNA at some point. He stayed in TNA for too long. Now, you know, just because I say that doesn't mean there was any interest in Abyss outside of TNA, right? But I am glad that he got, you know, a decent producer job after putting himself through what he did. There's a couple of those guys that I do wish WWE would, like, do something, even if it's just like a, you know, 1 month, like, a little run, right? Send Abyss down to over to NXT to do, like, a little mini run. Let Adam Pearce, like, wrestle once. Same with Nick Aldis. Like, some of that was like the reason I thought Sergeant Slaughter was always like a good commissioner, right? It's because you knew Sergeant, like, Slaughter could he could tangle if he still needed to, and those guys definitely have that same aura, right? Like, you know, Adam Pearce in theory could still tangle it up, you know, Nick Aldis could.
2, 3, pinfall.
I just wish they'd let him have the, like, a little tiny run. Favorite Taco Bell menu item? I am a big cheesy gordita crunch person. That is that's my like go-to menu item. That and like just classic bean burrito. Oh my god, it's Billy Gunn. This is the year when Billy Gunn lost it all, becoming the King of the Ring. I want to be it all. I want to be the new champion of the King of the Ring. Wow, I'm not reading at all what's on the screen. Let me try that again. I want to be it all. I will be the new King of the Ring and the Intercontinental Champion. And if you're not down with that, I've got 2 words for you. Albert, get out here. That's 4 words, Billy Gunn. That was 4 words. But counting's never been Billy's strong suit. Only requirement is to clear and win. Only requirement to clear is to win. My brain not functioning on all cylinders. Reading comprehension of a 3rd grader. Or I guess reading ability. It's not even comprehension. I'm not trying to comprehend it. All right. Luckily, I don't think we took too much damage in the previous 3 King of the Ring matches. I don't know how much damage Billy Gunn was supposed to take. He doesn't seem like he took a whole lot either. Countered our lariat, which is not fun. All right. Boy, I am missing things. Don't know. Let's see. Not my favorite. Patent drop. Let's work our way back here. Gotta focus. Nope. Rope break. It's okay. Nope. Shit. Double arm suplex. Got just a regular suplex. A bicycle kick. Don't whip that out. Do you need outside? Uno momento. Backhand. Good to get up and stretch the legs every once in a while anyway. Oh, blocked on the Manhattan drop. He shows me his ass. Appreciate that, but that's okay. That's Billy Gunn. As we tighten the wrist tape. Go. Regular suplex. Gotta like build the attitude meter back up. Pile driver. There we go. Tilt-a-whirl head scissors. As he wants at us. right. Get back up. Come on. Work the outside here. Switch-o-matic's here. Switch-o-matic. Switch-matic. See, I told you, I'm just gonna put it in there. Because I just read it and it should be there. Should be there, so says I. All right. Glad you could stop by and catch this Albert run. Mid-run. Well, there weren't that many. So I took, what, a week and a half off? I had a work project that took a week and then I got sick. So I didn't actually... I think this is only the second stream since my like long recording sessions.
1, 2, 3.
I think so.
Pinfall.
But I did prepare. I haven't missed a beat. Because I had recorded all the way up to Andre prior to having my work project and then getting sick. So like my work project ended, I still had Andre like in the bag. Didn't think I was going to need to do it. Hey, the winner of this year's King of the Ring is Albert. Congratulations. Hey, it's Vince. No music, Vince. Albert, congratulations. Congratulations at winning the King of the Ring. You could challenge the IC champion at SummerSlam. We look forward to it. Great. But yeah, I had like previously gotten through Andre recorded. Didn't think I was going to need to. I thought I would be back before Andre went live. Didn't make it back. And then luckily had that going, but had to come back Saturday to record Boss Man. Well, you are the King of the Ring and the new #1 contender. Seems like you are qualified to challenge me. But no one can match my endurance. I will put the title on the line, but it will be an Iron Man match. Jesus. IC Championship match, Iron Man single match rules apply. The only requirement is to win. That's one they don't throw in very often is Iron Man matches. So 10-minute match, guaranteed. Well, that's always like my favorite. Like yesterday, Real World Time, 2 videos ago now, the Boss Man's hardcore run. Like, we had to win the whole Royal Rumble to win the Hardcore Championship. Right? We had to win the actual Royal Rumble just to win the Hardcore Championship. And it's like, what loon decided that was a good... For the lowest of the lows... That's what we went with. Which is on brand for them, right? I mean, like... I don't even remember... It must have been the last women's run I did. But I don't remember who that was with off the top of my head. I had to, like, place... I think it may have been Lita. I had to place in the top 15 of the Rumble to get a women's championship match. And it's like, again, what? But I do think we won that Rumble. I think we only had to like get in the top 15 or something. But I think I actually did win that Rumble. with Lita. Which I did that one better with Lita than I did Big Boss Man, which, you know. So they come up with goofy requirements sometimes for these mid-card titles. I feel like the mid-card titles are the ones that they wrote the most storyline for. They didn't actually use existing storylines, whereas the World Heavyweight, I feel like they pretty much just used existing storylines and just kept it real simple. But I feel like that's where then like the writing is the worst, because Mick Foley's out here saying jabroni. So, you know, the ones that make the most sense make the least sense, right? Oh. Not doing great in this match so far. That's okay. We've still got 6 minutes to catch back up. I mean, technically we're not losing so far. We're just not getting our... We don't have the right attitude meter for this stage. I can't seem to get it back.
2, 3.
Really wish it wasn't a 20 count. All right. Perfect. The fantasy football is something I have never... I like tried it 1 or 2 years. I never remember to like to log in. To like reset my rosters. I would sign up, do okay in the draft, or auto draft for me because I didn't care. But then I would forget to log in and like switch around for bye weeks or for injuries and such. So at some point I just stopped playing fantasy because I didn't put enough effort into it. I decided it wasn't for me. I couldn't be bothered. Maybe I just shouldn't. That, and you know, I'm just on a just random Yahoo Sports League, so it's like, you know, I didn't have a lot of incentive. Bear hug squeeze. Break her in half. Manhattan drop. I never did eat much e-fetting, right? Like I never did much fantasy pro wrestling. Probably the discussions that I have on here are the most wrestling conversations I have on a regular basis. I don't really have very many people that I'm aware of to have these conversations with, but I don't like... Whenever it was big in the E-Fed scene, it just wasn't the right, like, age or demographic for it. Hey, 1-0. Time to exploit the shit out of this. My favorite, like, worst part about the Iron Man match in these video games is once you get, like, a submission or a pinfall, they're not that like, they're not that much harder to get again. They do not recover well. We're getting ever so closer to that 100 subs. Something I thought was like kind of crazy. You know, I guess at some point you know that you're gonna like potentially hit it, but definitely something I didn't like think was on the radar. But we're damn near there. And you know what's great, like what I find crazy is we had our first like 600 view video this week. I don't know what it's currently at, but the Andre the Giant video did very well, so thanks everybody for watching that. I know what did it. You know, I know why everybody watched that one, and it's because of the thumbnail. I used the Andre 87 belt in the thumbnail, and everybody really appreciated that stupid minor Easter egg. That was way more trouble than it should have been to find a good copy of that belt. Let me tell you that much. I do like seafood. That is like one of my... If I could just eat one type of food for the rest of my life, I would just eat seafood. I don't eat as much seafood as I could or should, just because seafood is very expensive at restaurants typically. See, I'm a lobster guy. I enjoy me a good old lobster tail. Now, your average night out, I will do a salmon of some sort. Let's get a salmon fillet. But those are just so damn expensive at restaurants these days. It's just not worth it. Because I am not a small appetite person. I'm a large appetite person, and by the time I'm paying what it costs to get a salmon fillet to my plate, I could eat 4 other things and fill myself way up versus just getting a salmon fillet. I don't typically eat as much seafood as I want unless it is all inclusive. Which does happen. Oh, I was like, what was that? But that is the time expired. We beat China 6-0.
It's cooking. It's cooking.
Text 10-minute. Chapter 9 complete. Tonight, there is a new IC champion. It's Albert. Give a round of applause to Albert. Congratulations, you are the IC champion. Great. Let's go see our percentage point gain. Don't know that I have high hopes for this percentage point, but we're going to look at it anyway. Championship, we are at 86%. That is better than I thought. We went up 7 percentage points tonight on the IC title. So I will take that all day long.
It's cooking.
Because I have a feeling very soon we're not going to make great percentage progress. So YouTube VOD watchers, thank you very much for watching. If you liked what you saw, leave a like. If you want to leave a comment, subscribe to the channel to be notified more of when we upload videos just like this. The stream, stick around. We're gonna keep yapping our way around. Thanks very much for watching. Catch you on the next one.